Hey guys, this is Adam Gussow with Modern Blues Harmonica, and actually what you heard sort of in the opening and then followed by the harmonica part just now is the second cut on a brand new album by the Blues Doctors. Yes, I guess you could say this is an official promo for that. It's called Same Old Blues Again, color design taken from Dr. Gross's shirt. I think you call that a placket shirt. Anyway, so this is, I guess you'd say this is a lesson for advanced players. It's absolutely not for beginning players. And it falls under the larger category of real blues, deep blues that aren't 12-bar blues. And this Rollin and Tumblin is an old Mississippi blues. It's one you still hear around here, not in Oxford, but down in the Delta, which I live about 50 miles away from. And so for this, we're going to use a key of A harmonica. It's the song is in the key of E. And just a couple of comments about the version that the Blues Doctors do. First of all, you may notice that Dr. Gross has a guitar on his shoulder. That's a homemade guitar, the old cigar box guitar, CBG guitar. So it's one that he made. He learned from a guy named Jason Isbell, a Ghost Town blues band, taught him how to do this stuff. He's doing it. And that's number one. So it sounds better if there's sort of a slide thing going and if the harp and the guitar are kind of doubling on the slide. The harmonica line, like the slide line, is basically doing a vocal line. And this is actually really important. It's doing a vocal, kind of a vocal line. You're kind of doubling the vocals. And so that's always important to keep in mind. The third thing is that the timing of this, the sort of shape of the song is the tricky thing. And when you play like a guy with Alan, see, Alan constantly drops a bar here and there. So if you listen to the complete recording of this that we do, what you'll notice is something strange. The groove is very steady, it's very strong, that's why we put it right up front. But if you actually listen to when he makes the changes, he doesn't always do them at the exact spots. This is an element of Mississippi blues playing that I used to resent because I was an urban guy from the north. You know, why can't you regularize it? Well, the regularizing thing was an urban thing. It was like, if we're going to play with a bunch of people, play with other people, you need to have exactly the same thing going on. Well, in Mississippi, that's not how it works. And you get to, they call it making the change. You kind of make the change when you feel the change needs to be made. And this is why people talk about 13.5-bar blues. Because real blues guys, and Alan Gross is a real blues guy at this point. Connecticut originally, but 33 years in the hill country, and it happens. It happens. So let's cut to the videotape. What's the song? Well, it really has two parts. And again, you may feel that I'm being a little squirrely when it comes to timing. I can do it when I'm playing it. When I say timing, I can tell you exactly what the notes are, but in terms of when they actually sequence, I'm going to ask you to go and listen to either the intro or the outro section of the song that I'm going to give you. And by the way, go to CD Baby and Amazon and iTunes if you want the album itself or the song itself. It's available as an individual purchase. So I think about the song starts really on the one chord section. Basically, it moves between a one chord section that consists of a one riff repeated 3 times. It's a very distinctive riff. And that's sort of how we work our way into the song, just doing that 3 times. We're on the one chord, the tonic chord, an E chord. And then it cuts to a kind of vocal line. So the line you start on is just the harp and the guitar, there's no vocals. Then you cut to the vocals, and they're on the 4 chord. And yet I'm hitting the 2, right? I'm hitting the root of the the root of the 1 chord, which is also the 5th of the 4 chord. Good thing to know. So let me just play it a little bit. Let me give you the 2 sections, and then let's try to dig down a little deeper. So the opening section, and of course the groove is 1, 2, 1, 2, but the upbeat's really important on this particular song. I'm doing a snare. Snare's mic'd kind of high. So it's like da 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 da, and that 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4. To have that upbeat, I've talked about this before. This is a really crucial deep south thing to get, which is the upbeat. Just 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 and that is stressed at least as much as the downbeat, maybe a little bit heavier, but it's really key. And when I'm actually doing the drums on the recording, and I put in a little extra kind of stutter step thing, which is kind of cool. Okay, so here we go. 1 2 3. So that final note, that's when we're moving to the 4 chord. So what's this first part? Now, if your ears are good, you can hear right away what I'm doing. So I'm starting on the 2 draw on an upbeat, hitting the blue 3rd, the 3 draw with a half step bend, and then I'm going to the 2 draw whole step bend. So it's 2 draw, blue 3rd, whole step bend on 2, let it up, and then just do blue 3rd, 3 draw to the 2. Can you do it at that tempo with me? Now, it's one reason for studying this tune. One thing that's really cool about it is that you're going from one blues pitch to another with the unbent 2 draw right in the middle. So the is in the middle, but it's really important to be able to hit those 2 pitches with the proper bend, and they're different bends. The blue 3rd is a half step bend. It's a little less than a half step. The 2 draw bend is a whole step bend. So 2 different bends. And notice I'm kind of taking my lips on and off. It really depends how fast I'm doing, how intensely I'm doing it, but it's important to keep a kind of equilibrium. Because it's all draw, right? It's all draw. You got to get a breath, an out breath in there at some point. So what am I doing there? That's the B part, which is the 4 chord part. Can you hear what I'm doing? First of all, I'm doing a 2 draw on this A harp. It's your E, for a long time. And I do a little quick breath before I hit it that second time. Let's slow that way down. I'm hitting that on the upbeat. I'm going to slow it way down, the amazing slow downer. So, note by note. 2 draw, whole step bend. Roll it off to the 1 draw. Back to the 2 draw, whole step bend. To the 1 draw, to the 1 blow. Or no, I don't really want to hit the 1 draw that last time. So what I do is I do a little, open my lips, a little out breath. So instead of rounding it up with the, I don't do that because I want to get air out because I've got too many draws already. So I just release my lips and I go back to the 2 draw, and then I do part A again. And one, that's the 4 chord again. So this has part A, which is the blue third to the whole step bend, da, 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 to part B, 1, hold on that 2, 1 chord, 4 chord. Then we repeat it. 1 chord riff, that 3 times, the 4 chord thing. And then we're going to cut to the 5 chord. So watch this. And then, so then you're on the, then it's 5 to 4 to 1. It's 1 draw to 1 blow. Well, do I do that on the 5 when I get to the, what I'm calling the 5 chord section? Again, part A, part B, part A, part B, part C, 1 draw. So what, there you have to use, let the words be your guide. Couldn't tell right from wrong. I'm running out of breath. So I'm going to get out breaths in as I need them. I'm going to drop out elide, I think is the word. I'm going to sort of let slide little sections of whatever riff I need to in order to get a breath in, because this is a lot of drawing air in. This is why this is not for beginners. This is an advanced thing. It's mostly draw, so you've got to find places to punch out an out breath without calling attention to it. If you do it well, you won't. You get this? I think that's probably enough. I think I've probably, but you guys want to know what I'm doing on the, when we get to part C, that 5 chord to 4 chord. So I'm cutting, and by the way, Alan's timing on this is different than other people's. I noticed, and it was hard for us to find common ground. Sometimes he cuts in early on the 5 chord. My job, this is something I've realized finally, my job is so that you don't know that I'm picking up the slack effortlessly. You don't know that there's something weird going on, that he's advancing the changes. But there's a few places when you listen, you'll hear that I'm not quite sure where he's going. I'm trying to listen to his riffs, which are, of course, slide on a homemade guitar. They're all over the place, okay? So what am I doing on that 5 section? So I'm going 1 draw, and then I'm doing tongue block thing on the one, so it's 1/4. Can you do that? If you don't tongue block, well, you're out of luck. Doesn't sound as good. I'm just using the 1/4 draw and the 1/4 blow. And I just made this up. It felt right, but it's also can't tell right from wrong. Can't tell right from wrong. You know, and what is Rollin and Tumblin about? Do I really have to translate it? Rollin and Tumblin. So it's about 2 different things, and the best blues are always about 2 different but related things that are potentially can be configured in the same way. So Rollin and Tumblin, I'm rolling and tumbling in bed, dreaming about her. I'm rolling and tumbling with her. Either she's not there and I'm thinking about her and I'm tossing and turning, rolling and tumbling, tossing and turning, or I'm rocking and rolling. Or I'm just out of control and I'm just kind of living that out of control, juking life. And I think that's really, songs about all of those things. And you didn't really need the white guy to explain it to you. I did, because be cool, all right, and just let it happen. So Blues Doctor's album, this is called Rollin and Tumblin. Muddy Waters did a version that we recorded, but you know, it becomes our own at a certain point. Let me play a little bit on the outro. And how would you improvise on this? Let me think about that. So we work into it always off that initial A section, but really you could count it as though the B section is the beginning. In other words, as though it begins on the 4 chord, but that's kind of weird. So we start it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. What did I do there? Well, that's something I actually do on the record. So I'm going up to a 3/6 tongue block, mostly the 6. Six blow, 5 draw, 4 draw, 4 blow. And of course, your timing where you hit each of those notes is crucial. It's the vocal line. Anyway, it's the end of this lesson. Rollin and Tumblin, the Blues Doctors. I'll see you down the line. Remember, this is not for beginners. This is for advanced players. And if you enjoy this, please make a point of subscribing, liking, whatever you would do. Okay, talk to you later. Down the line. Bye-bye.